today, Kimberly Stout. Kimberly has been working with PIDC. We're so fortunate. She's out of the SBA King of Prussia, Philadelphia, Southeastern Pennsylvania District Office. She's been working with us for many, many years, and we appreciate all of her effort and her time. She's an economic development and lender relations specialist at the SBA, working with a variety of small businesses to ensure their success and sustainability. So whether she's assisting them with the development, business planning, or operational management, she is dedicated to the needs of the business. Prior to Kimberly working with the SBA, she was the owner of her own business, Stout Business Strategies, where she was providing business coaching to help startups and existing businesses reach their goals. Kim specializes in strategic consulting, including business plan, sales strategy development, and financial planning for small businesses. So with that, it's 9 o'clock. I'm turning it over to Kimberly.
Okay. Thank you, Marla. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you on a brisk Thursday, or I guess it's just Tuesday morning. So thank you very much to PIDC for hosting us this morning. We're going to be talking about the Thrive program and what needs to happen if you're interested in applying. But we want to go through the information about what the program could offer to our small businesses. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if somebody, Marla, if you could do me a favor, if you see either Steve or Mike jump on, I think they're running a few minutes late, but they are here with us from the district office as well. So I want to make sure we have an opportunity. Yep,
Mike
there he is.
Yeah, welcome.
So
Mike.
perfect.
Hey, Marla, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for hosting us today.
Listen, it's you know, SBA, you got a place in my heart.
Yeah. So before I do get started and talk more about the Thrive program, I'm going to turn things over briefly to Mike Kane, who's our Deputy District Director. Morning, Mike. Thank you very much for joining us. Just giving you the opportunity to say a few words to the folks that are joining us today, if you would like.
Yeah, I think Steve was supposed to, our district director was supposed to join us. We'll get started. I want to be mindful of everybody's time. Absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for joining today's call to talk about the Thrive program. And we're very proud of this program. In fact, here at SBA, we launched this program, originally called the Emerging 200, in the city of Philadelphia, nationally, all the way back in 2008. And I feel I was privileged to be a part of that back then. I was a member of the district in a different role than I am now. But we have been putting this program on now every year since that time. And what a wonderful program it is. It's an opportunity for you as business owners to begin the process of working on your business rather than simply in your business. It's an opportunity for you to focus on the future, to put together a growth plan for your business. And it's an opportunity for you to build relationships with other business owners, not only in the city of Philadelphia, but here in the great state of Pennsylvania. Of course, our district encompasses the 40 eastern counties. So great program. Kim Stout here. She is our Thrive program manager. She's been with the SBA for quite a while and a wonderful facilitator here of the program alongside the program instructor or facilitator, that's brought in, by the contractor that's working on this. So wonderful program, but a huge commitment, over a 6-month time frame, about 100 or so hours of effort on your part, but an opportunity really to turn your business basically from a business into an enterprise. And that's really the whole goal of the program, is to help you build something, much, bigger than what you have now, and an opportunity, of course, to provide jobs, and to continue to contribute to your community. So I'll turn that back over to Kim. Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. And if we have Steve jump on, I know our logins are a little bit challenging at times. So if you see him jump on, please let me know so I can share an opportunity for him to speak. So as
Wonderful.
Mike said,
Thank you.
As Mike said, my name is Kim Stout, and Marla made a nice introduction of my background. I've been with the U.S. Small Business Administration for almost 10 years at this point. This is going to be my 6th year running the Thrive Emerging Leaders program. So it is a great program to be able to work with small businesses over a period of time. We spent 6 months working as a cohort. And what I'm excited about this year is we're actually going to have 2 cohorts. We are going to have a cohort in the King of Prussia district office. And we will also have a cohort in the Harrisburg-Lebanon area for Central Pennsylvania and our Western Pennsylvania small businesses who might want to enjoy and partake in the cohort. Typically, we've only had the one in King of Prussia, and we had a lot of travel for some of our small businesses. So we're hoping to minimize some of that, the travel times to offer the 2 cohorts here in Eastern Pennsylvania. So what exactly is Thrive? Thrive is a program that's dedicated to existing small businesses. As Mike mentioned, we've been offering a similar program in Eastern Pennsylvania since 2008. It was E200, then Emerging Leaders, and then last year in 2022, it was rebranded to the SBA Thrive Emerging Leaders Program. And the name is fitting, Thrive. We want our small businesses to thrive. We want our business owners to thrive. It's a very fitting title for what we're trying to do throughout this program. Within the program itself, as you can see some of our keywords there on the left, we're using opportunities to train our small businesses. We're working as a cohort to learn peer-to-peer. We're trying to innovate new ideas and help small businesses sustain and grow. Obviously, the pandemic years were very, very challenging for some of our small business, for many of our small businesses. So last year we had many who were still recouping. And even today I have conversations with people about the effects that the pandemic has had on their small business. So with the Thrive program, we're giving them opportunities, our small businesses opportunities to really evaluate their businesses, to see what they have been doing, to see what has worked, what hasn't worked, and really concentrate and focus on your business, taking time away from that day-to-day and dedicating the opportunity and time to see what changes you might need to make, what has been working for your small businesses. So as you can see here, we have 2 cohorts that graduated last year in 2022, our Vermont cohort, our Alabama cohort. Maybe next year we'll be on one of those slides. But as I mentioned earlier, this is a 6-month program. It is a very, very time-intensive program. We tell small businesses that you're going to be dedicating 5-6 hours at least per week during this time period to your small businesses. Quite honestly, it could be more. During my interviews, I'm making sure people understand that this could be 10 hours or more a week that you're actually focusing on your business. There's going to be online modules, there's going to be in-person sessions, so travel time, things like that, time to work on your growth plan. So I want to reiterate the time that you're going to be dedicating to this program, because if you choose to apply and you're accepted into the program, I'll have that conversation with you over and over again, just to make sure that you understand the time commitment to this. For both the King of Prussia cohort and the Central Pennsylvania cohort, there are 25 seats available. We were not allowed to take more than 25 participants. We tried to keep it small because of that peer-to-peer learning and that intimacy that comes along with working with a smaller cohort. In previous years, we were only allowed to take 20, but this year we'll have 25 accepted for both locations. We are looking to kick the program off in late June, in the week of June 20th. We are planning an in-person session that's going to be orientation. It's going to be a meet and greet. It's going to be an opportunity for everybody to come together to make sure that you know how to use the platform for the online modules, how to use Thrive Connect to communicate with other individuals within the program, and how to get in touch with your coaches. For each cohort, I will be the program manager, but we will have 2 different coaches that will be participating with each cohort. The gentleman who was our coach last year for the King of Prussia sessions is returning this year. He did a great job working with our small businesses, and he had the opportunity to really get involved and take a deep dive and help you evaluate where you are as a business and where you want to go. And then in the Central Pennsylvania location, we have, obviously, since it's a new cohort, we have a new coach, and we're looking forward to working with her as well. Both the coaches are very dedicated. They do provide times to meet with them outside of the sessions and make themselves available to you whenever needed. The online modules will actually open to you the week of July 10th. When you're working through the online modules, it's actually self-paced. We do ask that you keep up with the modules to attend the in-person sessions so that you have reviewed the material, you have been continuing to work on your growth plan, so that when we have those in-person sessions, the conversation can be about what you've been learning on the modules and the growth plans that you've been working on as well. The modules, like I said, will open and begin the week of July 10th. Our in-person sessions, there will be 8 of them through August through December. They will be 4-hour sessions, and they will be held on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I will have the schedule committed by the end of this week. So if you're looking to participate in the King of Prussia cohort, I will work with the coach. We'll select one date, and that will be the consistent day that we meet on and the times. So the schedule will be committed and solidified by the end of this week. But the 8 in-person sessions, they are a requirement to graduate, and you will be starting those meetings August 1st. And from August 1st to December 12th, they're scattered to be about 3 to 4 weeks in between. So we don't meet 8 weeks in a row. We meet 8 different times from August 1st to December 12th. And I will have schedules available very soon. Again, I'm working with the coach to confirm those dates. I have an idea when they'll be, but I'll share those with everyone once they're confirmed. The best part about this program is at no cost to you. The value, when we evaluated it 2 or 3 years ago, if you wanted a price tag, so to speak, it's anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 is what we've been told by our contractors. However, as small business owners in Eastern Pennsylvania, there is no cost to you. It's something the SBA is providing as an educational opportunity for our small businesses to continue to grow, to sustain, and to just thrive. Of course, I don't hate using that word, but it seems kind of funny when you say thrive all the time when you're working through the program. And really, it's invaluable. The small businesses that have gone through this program, it is what you put into it. But it really, when people walk away and they graduate, they always tell to me, Kim, this was so hard. This was a lot of time, but I'm so happy I did this. We have small businesses that continue to grow. I've seen some, commercials on TV now. I've seen some reach the goals and surpass the goals that they set for themselves. So, we're so excited to put 25 people through this program in each location because we've seen the results of this program and we see how it works. So what does it take to be eligible for the Thrive program? To be eligible for the program, we are asking that our small businesses have an annual business revenue of at least $250,000. We also ask that you have been in business for at least 3 years. This is not a program for a small business that's still in startup stage. The curriculum, the growth plan, the concepts that we go over, there has to be experience there. There has to be a background, and there has to be data that you're able to provide to produce a growth plan and direction of where you want to go. So we do ask that you're out of startup stage and you have 3 years of experience. The other requirement is that that you have at least one employee other than yourself. The reason we ask for this is because of the time that you're going to be dedicating to the program. It's going to take you away from the daily activity, and we want to make sure that you have somebody who's going to be able to cover the requirements that you have within your business while you're participating in this program. And I just want to stop quickly. I saw that there are some comments in the chat. Does anybody have a question about what I've covered so far? It doesn't look like it. Okay, perfect. The other thing that we ask is that you commit to complete the entire program. We have a dedicated staff. We have a dedicated coach. Our contractor has been working very, very hard to keep the information updated within the curriculum, to provide subject matter experts to each module. There's a lot of effort that goes into this program, and there's a lot of time that you're going to be dedicated to this program, and it is hard. And many people come to me halfway through and they're like, Kim, this is too much. We'll have a conversation about it, but the majority of the time, I'm going to tell you to stick with it because it is hard. You're evaluating what you've been doing as a business owner. You're looking at facts, you're looking at what you've been doing, and you're trying to be extremely honest with yourself to see how you can continue to sustain and grow and be a successful business owner. And it takes time and it takes hard work. And as business owners, we should all be somewhat used to hard work, right? You're running your own business. Nothing comes easy all of the time. So what I make sure in the interviews is to talk to you about, is this the right time for you as a business owner to take this course? Are you capable of taking the time and dedication to this program? Because it's worth it. It's totally worth it for you to spend this time to grow your business, focus on your business, and take your business to the next level. That's really what we're looking to do with this program. The other thing that we ask is that you're coachable. You're ready to be challenged. We will provide the support to you, but you really need to be able to put in the necessary work. Keep up with the modules, keep up with the information, keep pace and putting information into your growth plan so it doesn't overwhelm you at the end. Our coaches are completely dedicated. Our cohort members are very much dedicated, through the interview process. That's another thing that I make sure is that you're willing to share your own experience, your own knowledge, and you're able to and willing to support the other members in the cohort. I have cohorts that are still meeting, and it's not a requirement of the program. They've graduated years ago, and they still make an effort to meet either on a monthly or a quarterly basis with the members that they've graduated with. Let's see. Let me just stop. I'm going to look at the Q&A real quickly just to see. So what are the objectives of this program, and what will the business owner learn? I'm going to go over some of that in a few minutes. The other question I have here is that you're a founder and manager or a managing director of a professional service. We're almost 9 years old with 7 employees and 15 contractors. Are you a good fit? What I would do for the individual that's asking if you're a fit for the program, I would encourage you to apply. If you hit most of the requirements or very close to the requirements, put the application in. I use the interview process to make sure that it is a good fit for you and that you're capable of dedicating the time to the program at this point in time. So if you hit the majority of these requirements that are listed on the page, I would certainly encourage you to apply. And please apply before April 30th. The portal will be closing soon. So I want to make sure that we get the applications in on time and I can schedule everyone for an interview for consideration. And the next question I have here is, how far in advance are the in-person meetings scheduled? They actually are scheduled as of right now. I have the weeks that they're going to occur. The only problem it's not a problem. The only thing is that we were just told who our coaches are. So I will be meeting with our coaches this week and we will be picking the exact date and time. So I will have the schedule confirmed by the end of this week and everything will be moving forward. So we're looking at the week of June 20th for an in-person meeting and then not till the week of August 1st. And it's only the end of April. So that's how far in advance I'm giving you warning of when we meet. The other question I have listed here is, who's the coach for the King of Prussia office and what are his qualifications? I am not going to announce the coach as this point in time. I'm going to keep that to myself, but I will tell you that he was our coach last year. He is in business coaching. He has many, many years of corporate experience. He would not have been selected to be our coach last year and again this year if his qualifications did not fit what the Thrive program is looking for. But he was exceptional. He made his time available whenever somebody was needed. And he geared really helped the class and guided the class and provided them with lots of insight and lots of opportunities to learn from his own experiences. So what sets the SBA Thrive apart from other programs? One area is within the community. We're really pulling our small businesses from our areas in Eastern Pennsylvania. As Mike said, we cover the 40 Eastern counties of Pennsylvania, and we want our small businesses to thrive. This program is not available everywhere. I believe there's 53 cohorts across the country through the SBA, and luckily we're able to have 2 of them here in Eastern Pennsylvania, Eastern and Central Pennsylvania. Really, these small businesses are pulled from our communities to provide insight to one another, help each other grow, and support one another. The in-person CEO conversations groups, they're very much like a mastermind group. I pull the cohort together with small businesses and owners that I believe are more than willing to share their own experience to provide knowledge and insight to other small business owners within the cohort, but also have the willingness to learn, not just from our business coach, but from the other peers that are in that class. Again, that's something I go over in depth when it comes to the small businesses that are selected for this. It's not for somebody to come in and tell everybody how things are done correctly. It's to listen, learn, share, and use one another as a support system to continue to grow their small businesses. We push the peer-to-peer networking as much as possible. The coach is there to facilitate the program. However, we use our small businesses to learn from one another. You learn from your peers. As business owners, we have the tendency to reach out to our family and friends. Sometimes it can be very lonely because people don't know what you're experiencing as a business owner. These individuals in this cohort have been doing it, have been going through with it, have had the challenges that you've had. and maybe do things a different way that you can learn from. So that peer-to-peer networking and learning is extremely important in this program. With our online modules, with the different topics that we cover, and I can go over some of those with you in a minute, our program has pulled together executives from all over the country, from large corporations, from small businesses, to teach the online modules. So everybody across the country who's part of Thrive is learning the same information. That module 1, 2, 3 through 8, everybody hears the same subject matter experts and hears the same messaging. This is something that was changed from our program previously because our instructors and coaches taught everything. So every cohort learned something different, and then but also same material. This way it's consistent. The subject matters experts provide you information through each module. But they also have virtual office hours that you can reach out to them if you want additional information or you have questions about something that you heard online. They can be available to you as well. It's a customized learning track for everyone who participates. Again, everybody hears the same messaging. All of these modules are organized, set up in a way that, you know, when you can go back and hear the recording, it's available to you, not just in that one time frame, it's available to you until the end of the program. And the whole goal of this program, the whole idea to graduate from this program is to finish the modules, attend the in-person sessions, but ultimately is to complete your 3-year strategic growth plan. This is going to be your roadmap. This is going to be your guide to move your business forward, to make sure that whatever area you are in now, you know what steps you need to take to successfully move forward and attain the goals that you are setting for yourself. Okay. Let's see what other questions I have that popped up here. What specific industries are a good fit? Are there industries that may not be a good fit? This is open to all industries. As long as you are a small business owner, as long as you have been in business for at least 3 years, you have the employee, you have the revenue of 250,000 or more, it does not matter what industry you're in. I currently have a diverse group of applicants. Very few of them have like or similar industries, but it's a good fit for all small businesses to participate in this program. All right, I think that was the last on the Q&A so far. So, okay.
And we have one in the chat, which is asking if more than one person from the same company can be accepted in the same cohort.
No, they cannot be. The reason being is because we only have the 25 seats available. So I do not take more than one person per company, per business. If somebody wants to apply next year, that's great. I actually have a 2019 graduate, her husband and partner for their business is an applicant this year. So I will not take the 2 people in one business during the same cohort. And that's something across the country. They encourage us to only take one person per business because of the availability of only 25 seats.
That's really great though for business owners to know. One can apply 1 year and then another person can apply the following. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing too is when you're online, you and your business partner can be sitting and going through the online modules together. You should be working on your growth plan together. You know, we're not keeping you from seeing what somebody is learning online. It's just the in-person sessions. It's narrowed down to 25 people. And because there's a cutoff, I want to make sure that we open the doors for 25 businesses, not 14 businesses or something like that. So we keep it open for one person per company, but that doesn't mean that those partners shouldn't look at the online modules together and develop the growth plan together.
Thank you, Kim. There's one more in the Q&A. It's a company that's based in New York City. And is the program offered there or something similar, or not something similar, but do you offer it within the New York City or that service area, or would they be able to apply for Philadelphia if they're New York City based?
So with New York, they are not offering the Thrive program. I'm not sure why the district office has decided not to, but I do know that there is no cohort for New York. With applying for Philadelphia, we cover the 40 eastern counties of Pennsylvania. And so my focus is to prioritize the businesses that are in our territory. That's how we have been advised. But if there is space available in the cohort, if there's not enough applicants for some reason, there might be opportunity for somebody outside our service area to be considered. And then I do see a couple more popping up. As part of the program, as part of the growth plan, our business is expected to apply for SBA loans, grants, and awards. No, there's no expectations for you to continue working with the SBA. We will have 3 years of surveys that we send out to you after you complete the course, but there's no expectation of you working through our programs. This is a program that we're making available to our small businesses. And if you are able to move forward without using our programs and services, we're okay with that. That's not a problem. Are there 25 businesses per cohort? Yes. 25 people, each person is from their own small business. And are there any programs in New Jersey? No, I don't believe the New Jersey district office has selected to offer the Thrive program. However, I do believe our Delaware office has planned to offer the program. If you go on to sba.gov/thrive, you'll see the locations for all of the 50 plus cohorts that are out there this year. Let's see. I was planning on reaching out to you. Would you know if there's a good fit for me? The grand opening is May 20th. If you are a startup business, I mean, again, this is an anonymous person asking this question. You feel free to send me an email with more information. I'll be happy to give you my thoughts as to whether or not you should move forward with applying. But if you have a grand opening, I'm assuming you're a startup. I don't want to assume anything, but by mentioning that in your sentence that the grand opening is May 20th, that would be startup stage and you would not be eligible for the program. Okay. So I think that covers the Q&A questions. So I'm going to move back to the presentation. As you see, the curriculum is listed there. You know, the online Thrive Connect platform. You will be participating online to reach the modules, but also Thrive Connect's providing you an opportunity to connect with the members of your cohort, but also other members across the country in the various cohorts. So it's a community platform is the best way that I could describe it, that anybody who's participating in the 2023 Thrive program is able to connect through Thrive Connect. It is mandatory that you complete all 8 online modules to graduate. The online modules do open on July 10th. And then the growth plan and final presentations are due the week. I'm sorry, I moved that along without meaning to. Went the wrong way. Sorry, guys. The final presentations will be the week of December 12th, and graduation will be the following week. But to graduate, you must complete the 8 online modules, you must attend the in-person sessions, and you must complete the growth plan. The modules length, they're 2 to 3 weeks in between. It's self-paced, but we do ask that you keep up with the group so that when we have an in-person session, you've completed the modules between each in-person session. And the 8 in-person sessions, they are going to be 4 hours. They will be done during business hours. And once I have our coaches conversations this week, I will be able to provide you the exact dates and times of those sessions. The coaches will be there to facilitate the majority of them, but there will also be CEO led conversations and discussions, and there will be CEOs that moderate the discussions as well. Other parts that are available to you through Thrive Connect and the modules, as I mentioned, the 8 modules are being taught by subject matter experts that have qualifications to discuss whatever the topic may be. For those online modules, they do have them recorded so you can listen to them multiple times. And there will also be virtual office hours that you can connect with that subject matter expert for additional information, to clarify some things. It's not required to do those office hours. It is an option because we want to make sure that you have the availability to the program, to the subject matter experts and the information that you're being given through the online modules. There will also be several surge sessions led by subject matter experts. Again, these are optional to attend. They're done virtually and they're focused on specific topics that we might have come up over the time period. For example, last year, we had some questions in regard to social media. Even though there's a social media and branding section module, we did set up some time for a subject matter expert to help go more in depth for our particular cohort so that they could have all the information that they were asking for. And for the individual that was asking earlier about the curriculum, the objectives of this program and what we learn, here's the list of the titles for each of the 8 modules. With each module, it will dive a little bit deeper into each subject, but this is the overall theme of each module. For example, the first one that we kick off July 10th with is being an effective leader. We'll also go into business planning and development prior to meeting for the first time in August. And then, as you can see there, I don't think I need to read each of them, but we'll cover financing, HR, marketing, sales, digital marketing, and also a legal aspect to it as well. Just want to check and see if I have any other questions. Not so far. And the idea, of course, is for you to complete a growth plan. Many of you, when you started your businesses, you put together a business plan. A growth plan is different. You've already established your business. You've already have some history. You already have some data. You already have historical financial information. Now we need to dive deeper to see where you need or want to take your business in the next 3 years. This is very specific to your business. Even though we have the online modules, even though we have the in-person peer-to-peer learning sessions, this is dedicated to you, your growth plan. What do you need to do to take your business to the next level? I have people who have taken the program because they want to start thinking about retiring and selling their business. There's others who maybe want to franchise. There's all sorts of reasons somebody would want to take this program. But really, this is dedicated to you and your ideas and developing a growth plan that's going to fit your business, your goals, and take you to the next steps in the future. It provides the long-term vision. It's not a one-year plan. It's not how you're going to get through your goals for each quarter. It's 3, 4, 5 years from now, where do you want to be? By going through each module, By going through the peer-to-peer learning sessions, you're going to be able to address the challenges and opportunities that you have. Maybe you've been stuck and you just can't find the answer for something. By having conversations with your peers, by going through the modules, hopefully you'll be able to get the resources and the information that you need to move forward, to understand what's working and what's not working in your business and how to overcome those challenges. And again, it's a roadmap for you. It's how are you going to start here at place B and accomplish to get to start at A and to get to B. How are you going to get there step by step, and really evaluate what works for you and your business? Again, this is the commitment. I can't talk more enough about it. It is a 6-month program. It is time intensive. It's at least 100 hours, if not more, that you're dedicating over 6 months to working on your business versus working in your business. Luckily, it is a hybrid model where you can do the self-paced online learning. The 8 in-person sessions will have confirmed dates way ahead of time so that you know whether or not you can commit to the program if you're selected. But ultimately, the idea behind this is it's for you. It's for you to develop a growth plan, to have insight in what you're doing in your business and how to continue to be a successful business owner. So this program, is it for you? Really, that's something that you have to decide. If you want to be considered, please apply, and we'll continue to have these conversations in the interview process, but really evaluate whether or not you can commit to completing the entire program. We are providing you with the resources. We're providing you with the information. We're providing you with the coach. We ask that you commit to it. Are you willing and able to learn? Are you a coachable person? Are you willing to have those conversations with somebody, with a coach, to really dig deep and evaluate how you've been running your business? And are you willing to put in the work to grow and accelerate that small business? Are you interested in scaling your business? Are you just comfortable where you are? And if you are, that's great, no problem. But this is really dedicated to people who want to scale, who want to grow, and want to move into new opportunities and new ideas with their businesses. If you're an aspiring small business owner and you want to improve your business, this could be a program for you. With a small business owner, when you've complete this program, you should be very proud of yourself. That's what you should be. I have one individual that I'm thinking about right now who completed the course in 2022. Last year was the first time that we did the hybrid. We had more in-person sessions than 8. So they did evaluate that and change that for this year. But, in speaking with this small business owner, she struggled. It was travel time to King of Prussia. It was time on modules. It was time dedicated to really evaluating her business. And it was a family-owned business. So she would go back and have these conversations with her siblings that she owned the business with. And it was a struggle. We had many conversations about her wanting to quit. When she completed the program in December, she was relieved, but she was also so happy, so proud of herself, and so just excited that she completed it. And she had insight, and she had an idea of where the company needed to go. They had hard conversations within the family-owned business, but they knew the steps that they were going to take to grow, to remodel the organization, things like that. And she was just elated, I guess you could say, with the fact that she completed the program and stuck with it, and just very, very proud of herself. And she should have been. It's a hard program. It's a comprehensive program. We go over strategies, we go over practices, we, provide you with a professional network. We help you spend time working on a growth plan that you may or may not have wanted to do. And you walk away with a completion of a program. We used to brand this like a mini MBA for small business owners. It's a real focus for you to dedicate that time. And we hope that you consider applying for the program if you're willing to dedicate the time and you have the desire to grow your businesses and really focus on next steps for yourself. As I mentioned, we're taking applications currently. The portal is going to close on April 30th. So if you've been thinking about it and you're not sure, at least put your application in so that I can schedule an interview with you. And then during the interview process, we can work through the challenges or questions that you may have specifically about your business and moving forward with the program. I will also have solidified the dates of the program. I can give you estimates as when they are, but by tomorrow afternoon, I will have all the exact dates figured out. So before you have to commit to the program, those dates will be available to you. And with that, I will take any questions that you may have in regards to the program or anything else that has popped up in your heads while I was speaking.
If I can just say, this is for businesses, as Kim said, you're interested in growing. There are a lot of small business owners who really don't want to grow. They are lifestyle businesses, which is fine. You're okay being a one-person operation or a two-person shop. You want to be able to get your house, have enough money to send your kids to school. You're really not interested in growing, and that's okay. But that's not this program. This program is for companies that want to grow. They want to add employees. They want to make an impact on the local economy. They want to make an impact in the community. That's what business growth and stability and sustainability is all about. And so businesses often think if they just get another contract and if they increase their revenue, that's growing a business. No, you have to establish and build an infrastructure in your company. So there's a business to pass on. So there are employees that you create. One of the things, Philadelphia has the dubious distinction of being the largest of the 10 cities with the highest poverty rate. People need jobs. And so when you grow your business, you're able to contribute to getting someone out of poverty, giving them a good job, giving them benefits. That's what this program and the Small Business Administration is about. Lifestyle is fine if that's your thing, but that's not what these programs try to do. And so if I can really quickly, I just want to introduce Mouche Jean-Baptiste, who is on the call. He is the new director of the SEPTA DBE office, who has a track record and a history of working with companies to help them scale and grow. And so, Mouche, if you are here, let's see, if you can just say hello to us, that would be great. If you can unmute yourself. And these are partners of ours. The SBA has been an outstanding partner to Philadelphia businesses, which is why PIDC always wants to work with them. Mm-hmm. So Mouche, just say hello to the folks.
Good morning. Good morning. It's Mouche, by the way.
Mouche, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. But I don't know what's going on with my audio and video. I see you. I see the chat, but I don't know why you guys can't. I mean, you can't see me. I'm trying to figure. I don't know. I typically have a good time with Zoom, but for today, it's not being very cooperative.
So that's okay that we can't see you, but we just want to welcome you. We know you're new to Philadelphia, you're new to SEPTA. We just want to make sure that you know our partners at the SBA, that the participants on this call know that SEPTA has a DBE director who is committed to their growth. Mike, you have your hand raised.
Absolutely. Hey, I just wanted to thank you again, Marla, for working with us. And may I say that PIDC was also one of the original co-sponsors of the program all the way back in 2008 when we originally launched, and we had a lot of growing pains with this particular program. But you know, your comments about growth, I think, are very pertinent. And basically, that if you want to bring your business to the next level, right, grow it from a business to an enterprise, you know, this program is going to help you do that. You know, this program is going to help you to figure out, you know, what new markets you may want to enter, right? You may want to begin the process of selling internationally. You maybe want to begin the process of getting involved in government procurement, whether that's at the local level, whether that's at the state level, that might even be at the federal level. And we're going to talk about all of those things. And we've had past participants that have been very successful in growing their businesses, utilizing these strategies that I just talked about, along with others. Some have even started new businesses together. So there's a multitude of opportunities for those that are willing to make the commitment and put in the work. And Kim is right. It's a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work. And each business owner is going to have to make the commitment to that, to putting that time aside. And it's a difficult thing to do because many folks that are running businesses are used to working in their business rather than on their business. And it's a conscious effort each and every single day to set aside that time to work on this plan and to think about the future, to think strategically, to think critically, to, you know, maybe even give yourself as a hard time as a business owner, right? Because there's going to be gaps that you're going to identify, maybe where you're not managing your business so well. And this program will help you to be successful in the future. Find those gaps, close those gaps, and build relationships with those that can help you ask the hard questions. And I can tell you from many past participants, and this is a relatively small group because each year we have anywhere between 15 to 25 businesses that have gone through this program. And as Kim talked about, this is the first time that we can offer more than one cohort in our district, which is something we've been wanting to do since the beginning. So we're really excited about that. And if you're willing to make that commitment, if you're willing to put the work in, you're going to be successful. So thank you. And thank you, Marla. And thank you to PIDC for hosting today.
And there is one question that came up in the Q&A in regards to attendance. Yes, we do have 8 in-person sessions that we do ask that you attend. It is a requirement to graduate. We do allow you to miss 2, but we are providing these dates way ahead of time. We're asking for that commitment, knowing the dates and the times and the length of each in-person session. We do understand that life happens and there are emergencies and things come up. But whenever you miss an in-person session, there's no virtual option. You can't dial in, you can't join by Zoom or anything else. We want our cohort to meet in person those 8 times for the peer-to-peer collaboration. So there are exceptions to graduate with missing 2, but we do ask for the commitment to try to attend all 8 in-person sessions.
Also, for those on the call who have they are already alumni of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. One is not related to the other. And I will tell you, if you've done 10,000 small businesses, you should do SBA Emerging Leaders. So they are different programs, but they are both designed to help you build and grow and sustain your business. Goldman Sachs, as I said earlier, is a 13 or 14-week, very accelerated program. If you need more time to absorb concepts, and where there is more time to discuss concepts, then this is the place you need to be. So it's not one or the other, it's both. So with that, Sylvia, thank you, my friend. Good to see you on here. I know there are a few people on here who are alumni of 10,000 Small Businesses. PIDC has an absolute commitment to your business growth, whether it is the SBA Emerging Leaders Program, whether it's 10,000 Small Businesses, whether it's Power Up Your Business, whether it's ICC program. As a business owner, you are on a perpetual learning journey because there are things in the economy that change so quickly. Technology changes, trends emerge. You have to stay on top of your business. So if there are no more questions, then I want to, Kim, it's always a pleasure. You know, Kim has been, you've been working with us for years, and we are so appreciative of it. Mike, for all the work that he does with the SBA in this Philadelphia office, King of Prussia, Philadelphia district office. We thank you. For all of our attendees, please make sure you look at the top of the chat to make sure you're signed in to receive PIDC's newsletter, which is published once a month. We don't want you to miss anything that's coming up. So with that, everyone, thank you so much. Brian Berger has a question during the interviews. Yep.
I just typed him an answer. So they're asking more about the coach. You know, the coaches they both have great qualifications. The reason I don't want to share it publicly is because we want to save our coach for our selected participants. They wouldn't be hired if they didn't have the qualifications. So I can provide more details in an interview, but I'm not going to share names and contact information until we have our in-person sessions scheduled and you've been selected for the class.
And yes, we will provide a copy of today's presentation, as well as making available to you the video replay. So you get the chance to get all of the nuances that are not actually in the PowerPoint. So with that, it is 9:56. We are ready to sign off. Stanley, my colleague, thank you so much. Kimberly, thank you again. And we look forward to seeing, make sure those applications get in.
Yep.
There's a deadline coming up. You don't want to miss it. And for those of you who are in family businesses where you are planning succession, this can be for you, or it can be for the person you're planning to hand off the business.
Yeah.
And if both of you want to do it, one can do it this year, the other can do it next cohort. Okay, so with that, we look forward to seeing everyone real soon. Take care.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.